once again to the Ask Lady Grace show. This is a platform that has been designed to empower you in every aspect of your lives. Today is going to be so exciting. It's going to be encouraging. Stay glued and don't go anywhere. After this break, I'll introduce my guest for today. Welcome back to the Ask Lady Grace show. Today, I have some amazing women who are doing so well, who are thriving in various aspects of their lives. They are my very good friends, and I would like them to share their success story, from where they started from to where they are now and where they intend to go. So with me here today is...
Okay, my name is Nanisi.
Okay, welcome Nanisi.
I am Enid Yaboa.
I am Abna Pinamai.
Yes.
So welcome to the Ask Lady Grace show. It's an honor, and thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I believe that with your experiences, we will encourage any woman out there who is watching us. And you're all chartered accountants like myself.
Nice.
It's so interesting at this your young age, you are doing so well. I know all of you so well, so I can attest that you are doing so well. I would like you to share all the journeys you had to pass through to get to where you are today. You're all chartered accountants, like I said. Did you always desire to be chartered accountant? Like for me, I remember I wanted to be a medical doctor because I saw myself as a shark. And then along the way, I changed to a lawyer, and I was told that when I died, they would bury me face down. I was like, hey, and then I went to air hostess. Someone told me that the plane will fall down. You know, I changed, and then after series, I think I decided to, follow business, and then I ended up as a chartered accountant. What about you, Enid? How was it for you? Did you always want to be a chartered accountant?
So my dad is a chartered accountant, and so I had him as like my inspiration.
Okay.
And looking at how he was and all the books. Growing up, I used to see a lot of ACCA books in my house. So from inception, I always wanted to be a chartered accountant. So it was like a no-brainer. I'm following my father's footsteps.
So your role model, you ended up being like your role model.
Exactly.
Wow. And now what about you? For you, I thought you'd be a journalist.
Or a lawyer.
Yes, or a lawyer.
With your height. Or a model.
Yeah, I'm all that. So, growing up, I wanted to be everything. From a lawyer to a doctor to a business person. I wanted to be everything. I did not, not to brag, but I was good at everything, all my subjects. And I don't like learning, but when I'm in class, I'd focus on it.
Serious student.
Yeah, in class, but outside class, it's all games and play. So in Ghana, when you're a very good student, teachers would advise you to become a doctor.
Yeah.
So I had a neighbor who was doing business, and I asked him that, what is the cheapest course to do in high school? And he said, apart from business, with the other courses, you have to do practicals. And people complain a lot about science practicals and French practicals, etc. But with business, there's no practical. I'm like, okay, then I'll do business. So I didn't do business because I had an interest in business or something, but I did it because upon the advice of a neighbor, that was the easiest course in high school. I don't like stress. So I think when I chose business, my parents were invited to school to interview them why they allowed me to choose business. And my parents, as much as possible, one thing I like about them is they let you have your way in terms of your choices. They will guide you, but they would not choose for you.
Okay.
So they asked me, why I was there. Because like, oh, I want to have money, you know, like I know how to talk. I know how to convince people.
Yeah.
So I was able to convince them that, oh, the business was my own choice. But the fact is that I chose business because I was told that was the easiest course in high school. So that's how come I chose business. After high school, selecting my university courses, I didn't even know which university courses. I wouldn't blame. My high school is very good in bringing people to school. I went to Western Girls, by the way. My high school is very good in bringing people to coach you about your career choices. But still, I'm a free spirited person. I don't. You see people plan their life. I don't plan. Other than I didn't plan my life. I live as the day goes by. So when it was time for me to select my school, I did not my courses in the university. I did not choose. I didn't choose for myself. I made my cousin select my school and my courses. So I didn't have any idea the courses that were being selected for me. Wow. But apparently, he chose business administration. So when the results came and the schools came out, I had business admin all the so I just went for it. But as the time went by, I loved the course, and I did love the course, and that's how I ended up doing business. So it was by serendipity, but I think God was guiding me because He knows me. Very
wow, that's interesting. Okay, what about you? You have Annette, her role model. Nana was living by the day. What about you?
So for me, it was my uncle. Growing up, my best friend was my uncle. So every time he used to tell me that if you want to get a lot of dollars, you have to do business. You have to do business. So we used to say for him, man of dollars, man of dollars. So I mean, if you also want to get dollars, then you have to do business.
Yeah.
So he encouraged me, and then he even brought me to Accra. We came for his graduation. So when I came, I met a lot of people, and I'm like, no, this is what I have to do. By that time, I think I was in class 6 years. So then I'm like, okay, I have to do business so that I will follow my uncle to wherever he has to go to. Yeah, so that was how come I ended up being a chartered accountant.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's my uncle,
it's your
no
uncle.
one else. Yeah,
and it's that, and this is living by the day. That's interesting. But I am, like I said, I know we are all chartered accountants, and I know you all qualified very early.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So, what do you have? How was the journey like for you? For any young girl, young guy out there who is pursuing maybe ACCA, ICA, any professional course, how did you manage to do it and finish so quickly? What was the process like for you, Nana?
Okay, so I told you in high school we had a lot of coaching in career and doing business. Our tutor told us it's good to start ACCA as soon as you finish high school.
Okay.
So I think even that I delayed a little bit because I started second year in university.
Wow, combining it with degree.
Yes. Then I wasn't too serious. There was no passion. There was no motive. I was just doing it because I've been told to do it.
Okay.
So I'll go write the paper. If I pass, fine. If I don't pass, I'm okay. And my parents were footing the bill then, so it was. I didn't care. So I did an internship with one of the big fours in my third year. And I realized that the people in the firm were enjoying big money. Then when I was in school, that money was big money too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were chatted. That's why they were getting the big money. So I was like, now there was motivation. The motivation was, you're enjoying big money.
Okay.
Me too. Also enjoy big money. So when there was a passion, now there's a goal. It has to be scored.
Okay.
So because of that, now I was putting more effort. I started passing. Again, I would say that I had friends. You people.
Yes.
So I remember Dorcas was my senior in school.
Yeah.
But I wasn't friends with her. I knew she was Accounting Students Association. Organizing secretary. Yes.
Who doesn't do it?
Organizing secretary. But I didn't know her. But I remember I was also accounting student after her.
Yeah.
But I was vice president.
Yeah.
We used to go for ACCA ceremony. and she got second overall best.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I got Dorcas as my coach. So I would ask Dorcas, which course should I write? She said, okay, write this course with this course because it's better when you're learning. So I had a coach and I had friends that's any than you, and we used to study together. So these were the factors that fueled it. Again, I had a little bit of opposition from elsewhere, and one fuel that really sparks me up is opposition and a challenge. If you put a challenge in front of me, I'm sorry. Unless it's a bad challenge, like you making me do something negative. But if it's a good challenge, I'll get your money. If you put any money or price to it, I'll get it. And so that was the challenge. My friends being my support, me having a goal, and me having a mentor. Yeah, so that was it.
Wow, that's interesting.
Very serious.
In fact, as you said you were overall, I just noticed that all three of you also were overall best ACCA students. So today on my platform, the intellectuals.
Wow.
Okay, what are some of the things? Nana has spoken about mentors, her goal, opposition. What other factors helped you to be able to qualify at that tender age and be the overall best student?
Hey, please. I think for me, my uncle used to tell me that I have to work with the big four. Because if you have to work with the big four, then you have to charter early. So right after school, you have to make sure that you charter so that you can work with the big four. And he tells me that when you work with the big four, then you can earn the dollars that he has been telling you. So that was my main source of inspiration. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, then I have to charter immediately after school so that I can get employed in the big four. And with the big four, if you are chartered, you don't go through a lot of scrutiny because you just go through the interview, and if you're okay, you are through. So that was my main source of motivation. Yeah.
So you didn't just, say, okay, you said it, but you decided
I wanted to earn more dollars. That is why.
It must be money, okay.
Yeah, it's the money.
Wait, before we go, please let me put a caveat there before some family members sees me. Listen, then we thought it was big money, but like
It is. It's still is for a lot of people.
It's not enough for me.
It still is for a lot of people.
So I just have to And aside what they've said, was there any other thing you did differently that made you achieve that overall best student?
It was generally, as a person, I always want to be the best I can be. Like, I don't want to do anything mediocre. I don't want to just settle for anything. So as a person, as an individual, I want to always strive to be the best. So ACCA, I mean, you have to do your best. You can't just be sleeping and just doing anything anyhow, partying here and there and expect to be passing your papers. So it was like, that's motivation for me. Like, I have to nail it. I have to get it right and get it right the first time. So yeah, that's
interesting. That's amazing. But so through it all, I know all of you started your career from 2015 thereabouts. You have oppositions as women. Globally, people are fighting for equality here and there. Being young, chartered, do you have any opposition? Do people respect you? Are people generally in your life, do people accept who you are as a woman? Do you have your place? Do you have any challenges?
Well, in terms of challenges, I thank God for how He's made me. Because currently, as I am as a person, I try not to dwell so much on problems or on challenges, as you call it. Yes, of course, people would treat you a certain way because you have decided to toe a certain path or go a certain way. But by God's grace, I look at it as as Nancy said, a way to just break, the mold and be better. And whatever challenge you're throwing at me, I mean, I'm going to squash it. I'm going to be better than what you think I am. So yeah.
You don't dwell on challenges.
No,
you see them
I try and then move on from them by God's grace. I mean,
Lucas.
Challenges, I don't know. I'm not sure I had any challenge throughout my career. I mean, my education throughout my career, my marriage, no. I don't have any challenge
yet.
Because
I'm discriminates against you.
No, not really. Discrimination. I cannot be intimidated, not at all.
Discrimination.
Challenges. I wouldn't say challenges, but I would say people that are not open-minded sometimes pass comments that you have to blink off. People have opinions. People have mindsets, misconceptions, and usually these people do not have experiences. They dwell it on what they believe. So I'll just look at the background of the person that's talking, and I'll look at how open-minded the person is. So usually those people will not get a reply from me. My reply will be my success. So I remember when I decided, so I did after school, Dorcas and I decided, I mentioned I wanted to be a lot of things. So there was a time that we decided to take on a second degree. Law. And one person called me and said, hey, women lawyers or women who know law.
Really? You can't deal with them. Really?
Like they have their own opinions. They'll talk back at their husbands. It will not be good for you, As a woman, it will be difficult for you to get a husband when you do law.
In this day and age.
Who does that? And for me, it was funny. So something like this, I was just make it up. And these same people, when I finished my law degree, were like, congratulations, hey, how did you do this? I wish you were, So let the successes be your reply to your opinions. That's it.
Okay, so I know that you work in multinational companies and things relating to sexism, objectification, discrimination against women hardly happens, right? What advice do you have for any woman out there, career woman, someone who is doing her best to get to the top, but is being faced with all these things, all forms of discrimination, and the person, is trying to hide or is not given the platform to be able to shine? What advice do you have for such a woman out there?
It's a very serious question.
So, we hear stories of people being sex objects, like women being sex objects or being set aside because they're women. Because our culture is not one that ideally or traditionally respects women being vocal and heard. So, of course, not everybody is going off that culture. And for me, you have to be wise about it, such that one, you do not disrespect. Although you are being disrespected, it's not. You don't have to disrespect the person, but you have to know the principles by which you live. I haven't overtly had any experience of such a nature. I've had subtle ones, not around work, but maybe because of my age. Because amongst you, thank God for my height, but I'm the youngest, and so sometimes because of my age and the fact that people want to brush your comments or your education aside. Okay, but you want to make that's one thing I like about the Bible. When Paul was advising Timothy, that even though you are young, you shouldn't bring you down. You know your principles. Shout it. I won't go and do it, and I won't bring up. I have to be the standard of excellence when I deliver it the right way, and I'll do it without you even knowing my age. I'll dress well.
Okay.
I would speak well. Some people will say I wasn't born with that. We learn. The only thing that doesn't change, that's a constant factor in this world. We human beings, we change. Our body change. Our behaviors change. We change. When it comes to sexual harassment, leave for me. I won't be working with a boss that is making advances at me, and I'll stay at that job.
Maybe that in our part of the world, unemployment is so high. So
maybe that's your last chance.
That's your last chance. That's a very good job.
But I mean, you wouldn't also want to let yourself go. Because for me, anything that's not, I'm a Christian, so I'll speak like a Christian. Any shortcut that is not in the Bible, I'm not taking it, because the rewards of those shortcuts are very evil. It will give you 3 minutes of satisfaction is giving you a lifetime or decades of regrets.
That's true.
So if a boss which it's never happened to me, I'll say again. If somebody wants like sexual gratification from me before I get an offer, I'll let that offer. Because for me, I believe that there will be something greater. And one thing I tell us, advising a younger person, that we always say that there are no businesses in Ghana. There are so many online businesses. There are a lot of ways that you can make money. Like, I can't talk about it here but there are lots of ways that you can make money online without you having formal employment. People read, people do YouTube channels. People are baking. I learned how to do weaves, wash my weaves and things, all on YouTube. YouTube and other platforms are places where you can learn things without getting certification. But the knowledge is what is important. So for me, maybe we are sometimes we are being lazy about other channels. But if somebody is worrying you at work, just
don't let go of your standards.
Exactly.
You
should stand out.
And it's important that you have your boundaries and you let people see it. It is so important.
But don't be all over the place.
Don't be all over the place. Sometimes people, when you're all over the place, people think that, Bibiania, you just accept it and exactly. Have your boundary. Have your boundary. Let people know that this is the kind of person you are, especially as a Christian. You are God's child. You are an heir of God. You cannot just behave anyway and let people touch you anyway. You have to speak out about it. Like, don't touch me this way. I don't like it. Or don't hold me this way. I don't like it. Because I'm not comfortable with it, You speak out, you voice out, and let people see who you are. It's very, 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 very important.
And I should say it's very normal to say no.
Yes. Yeah.
Be confident to say no. And
that's why we're thinking about what you go and eat when you say no. But like Nana said, there are a lot of other options. Don't let go of your guard. So I know there was a time, there was this Me Too story, right? It was all over Twitter. That's when I saw a lot of women come out to say that I was abused, I was harassed, I think historically women like to, be in the background. They try to keep quiet about it. And these men keep on doing it to many, many, many more women. Some people even end their lives. Some people commit suicide because of some of these things. So I think that the women should also be able to come out. If you are in an organization where you can speak to a committee or an authority, shout. Do not be afraid, like you've been saying, of losing your job. Just shout it out because it will save you. It will save other women as well.
So it also save you as a person.
Yes,
so
it will save you.
Tell the person, I'll report you.
Yes.
You see, if you say the person will be afraid, I will report you.
Sometimes they try to say, if you report me, this will happen.
The person won't do nothing.
Yes, but if you don't report, you are in a serious bondage
other people.
Yes.
So
I think as women, we should be able to come out, no matter how home looks like, no matter how finances look like. Just speak out. You save yourself. You save many more people. Yeah. Doctors, I know you're a mother. You're a wife. You work. How do you achieve, work-life balance? How are you able to balance it out?
So, concerning how I balance my work with my family, as I said, I always plan my life. I always have an itinerary of what to do and what not to do. So during the weekend, for instance, you have to make sure you get all your groceries for the house for the week because you close late. There's no way you can go and buy Milo or Nido or milk or all that. So you make sure you have everything at home. And then you prepare food too, and then you stock some. Yes, so that is what I do more time. I make sure that there is food at home because if there is food at home, there is peace at home. But if there's no food, that is when you are stressed. When you are back from work, you're already tired and you have to come and cook and all of that. And I think that is the most challenging part of balancing the work with the house. But aside that, any other thing, I think I feel with it. Yes.
So no part of your life is suffering.
No.
The ladder is not this way.
No,
they are all
not
on
really,
the,
because you have to do your best. Well, within me, I think I'm doing my best. Yes.
you need other opinions to verify. Nana, are you able to have time to have fun? Like, considering how busy you are.
So I'll take it from the point when I wasn't and to the point I am now. So I'm a very bubbly person, social butterfly. When I get everywhere, it's packed with life. But it got to a time where I thought I was losing myself. Work. Even when I'm chatting with my family, I'm behind my laptop every time. Behind my laptop, like every time. So I just woke up one day and I was like, no, this is not me. I'm losing me. You know, when you're doing things that are really not you, you're not happy with it.
Yes.
So it starts with a decision. I decided that no, I want Nanesi that I know back. So when it's time to work, I work. You know, sometimes when it's time to work, you stop work and do other things.
Yeah.
So when it's time to work, I work. So if I'm working from this period to this period, no distractions, I'm working. No phone calling.
Okay.
I could put my phone on do not disturb. So I'll attend to whatever calls after my work period, unless it's an emergency. The people that reach out to me when it's an emergency, they know the other line to call. So I focus on work when it's work. And I have timetable for chilling.
Timetable for chilling?
For chilling. Wow. So if I know I have to meet up with friends at this time, yes. I have people I chill with after, like on Fridays.
Yeah.
I can chill on Friday. When I close, I'll go to all night and pray. So yeah. So I have time to chill. Okay. I plan. I have movie days when the cinemas were open. Every Sunday, I go and watch a movie. Even if the movie is not of interest. The fact that I'm sitting in the cinema chewing popcorn, watching a movie, it's time to relax for me. So I plan it. If I have to hang out with my friends, I plan it. Yes. So it starts with yes. It has to be a decision. You will never have a balance. Exactly. You will never have a balance. There are seasons in life where one will be on top of the other, but you should have something. So when work is less busy, I'll go for holidays and go and chill more, maybe go out of Accra. But when work is at its peak, I won't go. I'll look for things like the cinema, hanging out with friends for just about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, calling people.
Just to relax.
It helps.
I'm asking that because sometimes some people in the corporate world get so frustrated and depressed.
Yeah.
And you hear people, and the person died or something. So time to relax.
And it has to be conscious.
Are you able to also have that balance? You mentioned you're a Christian, so are you able to have that balance in your prayer? Are you able to have time to read the Bible and other things?
So for me, especially when I started working, it was all about the work for a while. And I realized that really, I felt at a point, I started feeling lost. Like, who am I? Like, what exactly am I on this earth for? Like, what exactly am I doing? Because I'm always tired. And I think I got to a point of depression because like it's all work. You're not thinking about any other thing. And I started reading my Bible from Genesis. I'm reading and I'm like, God, just like show me whatever it is that you want me to do. Let me feel like you love me, help me know and see you more, those kind of things. And through reading of the Bible, and the Bible is powerful, like seriously. Through reading of the Bible, I just started seeing things from a different angle, seeing the endless possibilities as a Christian. And that is more than any kind of balance that you can even ever imagine. Like getting that confidence that God has put you on this earth for a purpose. He loves you. He wants your best interest at heart. And as you keep on trusting him, he's going to help you achieve, or he's going to lead you to get to where he has destined for you to be. That gives you like some serious rest. And that's where I'm at right now. And I mean, I really want to get deeper as a Christian, like, because that's more balanced than anything I've ever even tried to do or experience. Like
that's amazing. I'm happy to know that your family, you have time to have fun, you have time for your Christian lives as well. It's interesting. What does the future hold for you, Nana?
Hey, a lot. Everybody has a source. You cannot, and that source is a greater power. You cannot be a human being without a source. So when people say, "Oh, I don't believe in anything," there's something there that's taking that position. My source is in God. In as much as I'm a fun-loving person and very bubbly and all over the place, there's one thing that if I lose myself, and that's God. And every time, though I usually do not have a roadmap, I'm led to things. I take my opportunities as they come. There are some times that I just wake up and I want to do something. So I see what's up for the future. Great things. Because that's what God has promised. So that's what I can say. I can't say that in 5 years' time I'll be this, I'll be that. But I know that it's just greatness. I might not be able to put my hand to it right now, but it's just greatness. Yes, so greatness. So if you're out there and you're also as confused as me, don't worry. God got us.
Exactly.
And how does the future look like?
Endless possibilities. With God in my corner, endless possibilities.
Exactly.
And for me, like, right now, it's like I'm at a place where I'm like, I want to really explore my creative side.
Okay.
I believe that I have so many things that, in terms of talent, in terms of gifts,
Talent like singing,
fashion, everything.
Yeah,
Like, I want to explore all those things. Okay. So, I mean, I really don't know exactly what it is, but endless possibilities. Yeah.
Lucas, are we building audit firms then?
Oh no.
Oh really?
No. Audit firms how?
Oh, it will be a side business.
No, in the future, I want to be a good wife. I mean, continuing now. In the future, I want my husband to say, "Oh, my wife has really been good to me. I want to be a good wife, a good mother, and also, I mean, a good worker as well." Yes, that is what I think God should help me achieve. So that's what I think the future holds for me, and I know greater things are
Bigger.
God on our side.
Possibilities. I know that.
Next time I'm doing this, I'm sure, like,
yes, in some few
Because
years.
we'll do it at other countries. Like, just watch out for it. I'm telling you. We'll do it. I'm promising you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Hannah.
us.
Thank you, Enid. Thank you, Dorcas. We're out on a drink to have some time, and I'm so happy that you are able to share
drinks.
your. I know any lady who has been watching us out there has been empowered and has learned a lot. If you have any question, if you want to find out more about what happens in their lives, do not hesitate. Send me a comment. You can send me an email to askladygrace@gmail.com. askladygrace@gmail.com, and I bet you receive a response to any question, any situation, anything you find yourself in. Until we meet again for my next amazing episode. Bye.